Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and this channel is all about health, wellness, and designing your dream life. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to find time for fitness. So this is a huge thing that I hear come up time and time again, is that people feel like they don't have time to exercise, to work out, to get their fitness routine in. And I know that everybody is different, everybody has different backgrounds, whether you have kids or you have parents that you take care of, maybe you have 2 different jobs. Whatever it is that is going on in your life right now, there's always time for exercise, there's always ways to make time for your health and for your fitness. So in today's video, I've got 5 tips that can help you to add more exercise and more fitness into your daily routine. Okay, so the very first thing that you need to be doing is that you need to make your health your #1 priority. Now I know that everybody's got lots of different things going on in your lives, lots of different priorities, but your health always needs to be your #1 priority, because without your health, you don't have anything else. So you might think that your job is your #1 priority or your kids are your #1 priority. But if you think about it, if you were not healthy, if you were suddenly sick and you had to go into the hospital and you couldn't take care of yourself, how are you supposed to go to work? How are you supposed to take care of your kids? You can't do anything else that's important in your life if you do not have your health. So I don't care what else you have going on in your life, it does not matter. Your health comes first, because without your health, you have nothing. And after working with a lot of different women as a physiotherapist, I've come to realize that not everybody puts their health first. And I used to be the same way, where health wasn't always my #1 priority. I was in school, I was trying to study and get my career off the ground. I had my family, my friends, my social life. And well, I felt pretty young and healthy. I didn't really consider the fact that what I'm doing right now is going to affect how I feel in the long run. So even if you feel healthy right now, you need to be doing things that are going to prevent you from becoming ill, becoming sick, and having to go to hospital in the long run. So whether right now you're a healthy person or you have some underlying health conditions, you need to make your health a priority and you need to start now. So every other area of your life relates back to your health. So if your health is doing really well, then you can have more benefits in other areas of your life, and vice versa. If your health is doing poorly, then you can't be around to take care of your kids, take care of your family, do the washing and the cleaning, and anything else that you have going on in your life. So let's take a look at the positive side of things. You might think right now, my career comes first. My career is the most important thing to me. Well, imagine how much better your career would be if you weren't so tired all the time. If you had a clear mind and you had all of those serotonin and dopamine and all of that going around your brain because you've spent the time to go and exercise. And vice versa, if you don't exercise and you're exhausted all the time, you can barely climb a flight of stairs without getting winded, then it's really hard to keep up with your peers and keep up with the demands that your job might have. Same thing with your kids. If your kids are your #1 priority, then having poor health is going to affect the relationship that you can have with your kids and your ability to take care of them. I've seen this firsthand all the time. I work with kids and work in pediatrics as a physiotherapist, and I see parents come in that are obese and overweight and they can't get on the floor and play with their kids. And even in my own life, I hate to think that in a few years' time when I start to have kids that I won't be able to play soccer with them or, go out and run around and engage with them and have the sort of energy level that they have. I don't want to be that parent that just sits on the couch and go, oh yeah, I'm too tired, we'll play baseball later, we'll do that after, I'm just gonna watch TV now. And just see that sad little look on their face of, I just wanted to play with you. So I hope that I made that really, really clear, is that your health needs to come first. No matter what's going on in your life, improving your health and taking care of your body is going to help in so many different areas. So we need to start there. You need to tell yourself, my health is my #1 priority. #2 is to tag team with family members. So this more relates to if you're somebody who wants to be going to the gym or like leaving the house to go and exercise. So if that's you, if you really want to be going, outside for a run or be going to the gym and working out, then you might need to tag team with some family members. So you might tell your husband, I need to go to the gym at this time on these days, so I need you to watch the kids. You might need to alter your work hours to make time for you to be going to the gym. So let's say you really want to work out first thing in the morning. Well, can you start an hour later and finish an hour later to fit that in? Or can you finish an hour earlier and start an hour earlier to go after work? Maybe there's somebody else in your life that you can be tag teaming with. So can your parents watch the kids? Or can you have another parent take your kid to soccer practice instead of you doing it every week? And maybe you can alternate weeks with them. And I think along with this is that a lot of parents have guilt around not being able to attend all of their different kids' events. And while I do agree that it's important to be there for your kids, you don't need to attend every single soccer practice, you don't need to be there for every single event. if that means that you're compromising your own health. Okay, so that's tip number 2. Is there a way that you can be tag teaming with other family members, friends, coworkers, acquaintances to try and fit this better into your life? Okay, number 3, and this one is super important. Number 3 is to reframe what fitness actually means to you. So a lot of the times when we think about fitness and exercise, we think very structured programs like going to the gym and lifting weights, or going outside for a run, or putting a workout video on YouTube and following that workout routine. When really fitness can be anything. We want more physical activity in our lives. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to go to the gym and exercise and have these structured workout programs. We just need to move our bodies more and sit less. So you can brainstorm some ways that you can do this in your life. So again, gonna bring it back to the kids example. A lot of people say that, I have kids, I can't exercise because I've got to watch my kids. Well, you can be doing movement with your kids. Kids are like the best because they're just constantly moving. They're little balls of energy. So do what they do, follow them around. Get them involved in whatever exercise you want to be doing. They would love that. There are plenty of videos out on the internet of parents doing exercises and having their kids just sit there beside them and copy what they're doing. They just want to be near you and be around you. One thing that I like to do to get more physical activity into my day is when I work with kids, I'll do some squats and some presses with them. So I'll pick them up and put them up into the air, and they love that. They think it's great. And I'll just do one of those, and then I'll get them to do the exercise that they have to do. So you can use your kids as weights. You can use them to be getting more activity into your life. Put on the wiggles and do some dancing with them. Do some sit-ups and hold them in your arms while you're doing it. It's just a little bit of extra weight. Do some squats and hold them while you're doing squats. Even if you've got a newborn, strap them up into you with a newborn carrier and do some squats. It's just a little bit of extra weight. Just to really drive this idea home of adding physical activity to your life and not just structured exercise and workouts. There was a study done with a bunch of hotel cleaning ladies. So they had 2 groups of ladies. So one they showed a presentation to that basically explained how many calories they were burning just by doing their jobs every day by cleaning hotel rooms. And the other group was the control group, so they didn't get this presentation and they just went about their daily work hours. And at the end of the study, the group that had been shown the presentation on how many calories they were actually burning just doing their jobs, they actually ended up burning more calories than the control group. So if you have a job where you're not sitting at a desk all day, you might actually be getting in plenty of activity and not even really realize it. Some days my job is really labor intensive, where I'm up and I'm moving with the kids and I'm doing the exercises with them and we're running around and jumping up and down and I'm picking them up and throwing them in the air to get them to giggle and laugh and participate. And some days I'm sitting at my desk all day just doing reports. So it's important to be aware of how much you're actually getting throughout your day and not just in that 1 hour of structured physical activity, structured exercise workouts that you're planning on doing. Okay, so that was tip number 3, is reframe what fitness actually looks like for you. Tip number 4 is to have a solution-based mindset. So sometimes what happens is we get really stuck in our heads. We see a problem and we only see that problem and we just have blinders on and we can't see what the solution could be to that problem. So if you have the problem of, I don't have enough time to do this activity, all you're gonna see is the problem. So we want to rework that mindset. And instead of thinking, I don't have time, we want to say, how can I make time? How can I make fitness work in my life? What do I need to do? What do I need to change in order to make this work? So we've talked about a few ways that you can be making those changes already, but some other ways could be having a standing desk, or watching TV at the end of the night while you're walking on the treadmill, listening to a podcast while you go for a walk, taking your lunch break outside while you do some movements, doing 1 push-up every hour. You can even turn it into a game. So when you're watching TV, anytime a character says their catchphrase, you get up and you do 5 push-ups or 5 sit-ups. You just need to find something that's going to work for you. All right, just before I get into the 5th and final tip, if you're liking this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps support my channel, and I'm uploading 2 new videos every single week that you are not going to want to miss. All right, tip number 5 is to get an outside perspective. So like I kind of said before with the problem-based mindset versus the solution-based mindset, is that sometimes we just have these blinders on and we can't see the solution because we're too close to it. We're too close to the problem. So if you can get an outside perspective, you can have somebody else go, oh, well, how about this? Why don't we try this? And giving you some solutions to try. Because the answer might actually be really obvious, but it's something you just hadn't really considered before because it's just how your routine's been. So if you really want an outside perspective, if you're still feeling stuck and don't know what to do, don't know what changes to make, then comment down below and I'll help you to workshop the ways that we can make it work for you. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.